అందరికీ నమస్కారములు, శుభోదయం. గురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః, సరస్వత్యే నమః. Today is 9th March 2023. It's a good day for us that we are starting with a new topic, that is Ramayanam, from very popular speaker, very knowledgeable speaker, Dr. R.A. Padmanabha garu. I will introduce him to all of you after Vande Mataram and Prarthana. So far, we have completed 1.5 months of coursework. During the first month, to recollect, we have learned what is Vedas, Vedangas, Dharma Shastras, Upanishads, Darshanas, and Vimana Shastra, Bhagavad Gita, and also Panchangam, Vastu Shastram. Now, in the second month, we have started with Vedic mathematics. Then Sanatana Dharma by Dr. Visalakshi garu. And she started with Veda Samskruti Samiti. One day she has done, but due to bad throat, she would not continue. She will continue later during this month. We'll have Ramayana for 2 days, today and tomorrow. After that, we'll have 1 day on Ayurvedam. After that, we will start with Mahabharata. So this is the schedule. Now we will start with national song Vande Mataram by Chala Chittibabu garu. Chala Chittibabu garu.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Suprajosna Pulakitayaminim, Pullakusumita Drumadala Shobhinim, Suhasinim, Sumadhura Bhashinim, Sukhadam Varadam Mataram, Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now let us request Satyaji to chant Prarthana.
Namaskaram. Let's do a meditation for a minute. Gananam tva ganapati gum havamahe कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिः गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शशिरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्।
ధన్యవాదములండి సత్య గారు. Now I'll introduce the speaker to all of you. It is my privilege and I'm very happy to introduce Dr. R.A. Padmanabha garu. He is MA PhD and is additional director Akashvani Doordarshan Delhi, and he is awarded Kendra Sahitya Academy Award, and he is a Astavadhani. He is a Astavadhani, and over a period of 50 years of experience he has in administration and teaching. Ananda Padmanabha garu, he has written many books in Telugu and English languages, over 125 of them, out of which 25 granthas are related to spiritualism. And from 2011 onwards, he has been associated with various study circles as a visiting faculty, and even now he is very much involved in training people for IAS related studies. For the last 3 decades, he has been associated with Tirumala Tirupati, Bhadrachalam, Srisailam Devasthanams for the Kalyana Mahoswavam, and he has been the Pratyaksha Vyakhyata commentator from Doordarshan. And he has been the key person who has started the TTD channel, and the books published by TTD, Andhra Mahabharatam, Andhra Mahabhagavatam. He is the main contributor in these two books, and he has written books like Ramayanamlo Sri Patralu, the part played by woman in Ramayanam, and Valmiki Sita Yanam, Valmiki Sita Yanam, and Sangra Valmiki Ramayanam. These three books have received applause from many scholars. So it is a brief introduction of Dr. R.A. Ananta Padmanabha Rao Garu. With this, I request him to start his webinar. Rao Garu, please.
Thank you, Babu Garu. Shubhodayam to all the respected members. Vagadha Veda Samskruti Vagadha Pratipattaye Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau Valmiki Giri Sambhuta Ramasagargamini Srimad Ramayani Ganga Punati Bhunatrayam Shulokasara Samakirnam Sargakallola Sankulam Kandagraha Mahaminam Vande Ramayanarnavam Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunadhaya Nadhaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Sita Komala Pallava Lasadravata Bushriyam Prachetasim Kalam Vande Srimad Ramayanim Girim Valmiki Hrudayam Bhoja Kwanan Madhura Shatpadim Valmiki Mukhalakshmim Tam Vande Pika Madhuswaram. This is my hat trick in this group. Earlier, I had the opportunity of discussing with you for 2 times, and this is my third venture, I can say. We are ahead of Sri Ramanavami in another 20 days. 30th is Sri Ramanavami. I remember my days of Bhadrachalam commentary for more than 25 years. Me, Ushasri, Yelurpadi Anantaramaya, Buyatavuru Ramabrahmam, and several others, we were participating in the running commentary of Bhadrachalam right from 1983 onwards. I completed 40 years. Recently, about the last 1 or 2 years, I'm not going there because of my age. I remember the days when Jamal Madhaka Madhav Sarma used to narrate the running commentary at Bhadrachalam while the Kalyanam is being performed. The audience, they were thrilled. Those days, there were no other channels. Only All India Radio was visible everywhere, even though it is audible. Then, the Kalyanotsavam is celebrated in several parts of the country, starting with Sri Ramanavami. And in some parts, they end with Sri Ramanavami. And normally, I write answers for the Dharma Sandehalu in several newspapers, spiritual magazines. And people ask, even on the birthday, why Rama's Kalyana is being performed. It is a tradition because some of the people, they do Janmotsavas, and some of the people, they do Garbhotsavas. The Navanhika Brahmotsavam of Sri Ramanavami Kalyanotsavam starts at Bhadrachalam. And the tradition goes, the Tanisha, who was responsible for Ramadasa exile, is serving the Lord Ramadasa, Ramachandra Prabhu, with Muchala Talambralu. So even now the tradition goes, the Chief Minister of Combined Andhra Pradesh goes on that particular day with Muchala Talambralu and the Vastras. Then when the Andhra Pradesh was separated, Bhadrachalam has gone to Telangana. So the Andhra people, they have started Vontimita as another Bhadrachalam. The Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, they have taken over the temple, they adopted the temple, and the Ramanavami is celebrated there. The next day is Rama Pattabhisheka. This is also another important occasion at Bhadrachalam. The tradition of Goti Talambralu, the grains or the thrash is removed with the nail. This is a very peculiar tradition, and they do it with very reverence also. Then during the days of 1999, one early morning, a telephone call came from Birmingham and from London. I was astonished. One Dr. Hargopal, it seems he has heard my commentary at Bhadrachalam, and he invited me to Birmingham because they perform every year Ramanavami at Birmingham. Around 300 Andhra people gather there on Sri Ramanavami, and every year one commentator is invited. I went there in 1999. I spent there for about 1 week with them, and the Andhras are very happy because they are in the tradition of separately doing this Sri Ramanavami. When Vontimetta Kondanda Ramaswamy is being worshipped by the Andhras now, the mention of Valvila Korana Subbarao, he was responsible for writing the Mandara Vyakhyana. He himself has written a Ramayana. It is known as Mandara Vyakhyana Ramayana, Valvila Korana Subbarao. He was known as Vasudasa. He has built a hermitage there, and he was very popular as a person who served Lord Rama. Coming to the rare occasion of avatars, Rama Avatara, we have a very rare acquaintance of Rama and Parshurama meeting. Normally, if one avatara ends, then the other avatara comes. But here in this case, in Balakanda, both the avatars, Parshurama and Rama, they merge at a particular point. Then, in another cases, Rama was very polite. He did not talk to Parshurama. He says, since my father is with me, I could not talk more emotionally with you. So that is the importance of Parshurama and Rama. The comparison between Parshurama and Rama, I was just going through the Balakanda. Parshurama was born on Vaishakha Shuddha Dvadasi, Punarvasu Nakshatra. Same Ramachandra also, he was born on Punarvasu Nakshatra in Navami. And Rama had 5 planets in Ucha, whereas Parshurama has 6 planets in Ucha. The 2 avatars to kill 2 brothers were there. The Jayavijayas had the bane, and they have to born 3 times. So Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipa, they were killed in 2 avatars. Whereas in other avatars, it was only 1 at one point of time. Then coming to the bane of Jayavijayas by Sanakasanandana, Ramavatara killed Ravana and Kumbhakarna. In Krishnavatara, Shishupala and Dantavaktara. Both the brothers were killed at a time. Here, the story of Rama became Ramayana. The story of Krishna became Bhagavata. This is the difference which we have to see when avatars are concerned. The other incarnations, they are formed, but they are there in Bhagavata itself. There are no separate Puranas for these avatars. The Matsya Avatara, Kurma Avatara, Varaha Avatara, Narsimha Avatara, all of them are in the Bhagavata itself. The Prahalada Charitra is very popular. Similarly, Vamana Charitra is also very popular. We should now go back to the person who has written Valmiki Ramayana. Who is this person? It's a very important character in the entire Ramayana. If we go through the story of Mahabharata, Vyasa was also a participant in the entire story. He was one of the characters. Here in Valmiki Ramayana also, Valmiki was also a character at the end of the day when Uttara Ramayana comes. Who is this Valmiki? Just we will go through the history of Valmiki. It will be a pleasant surprise to know about the previous history of sage Valmiki. He was a tribal person, Boya, who composed Ramayana. The history of Valmiki Charitra is written by a lucid style by the emperor, Tanjore Emperor, Tanjavuru Raghunatha Nayaka. He was a king. He belonged to 1600 and 1631. The Tanjore kingdom those days was under the rule of Achyuta Devaraya. He was the cousin of Sri Krishna Devaraya. Similarly, the Madura kingdom was under the rule of Sri Krishna Devaraya. Raghunatha Nayaka was the great devotee of Sri Rama. All his works were dedicated to Ramachandra. Besides composing Ramayana, he has narrated the history of Valmiki also as an epic. This is the first time the story of a poet was described as an epic. What is the story behind? Saptarshis were going on a travel. After completing their pilgrimage, they reached a small tribal village on the banks of river Tamasa Nadi Tira. There, a dacoit, this Valmiki, he obstructed them and punished them to extract money from them. This was a turning point in his life. They questioned him whether the sins conducted by him will be shared by his wife and children. He asserted that she will definitely share it. This is the arrogance normally when the people are at the height of their ignorance. So then they advised him to inquire from her whether she is also responsible to accept his sins. He thought that the sages are trying to escape from him, but they promised him that they will not move an inch from there. So immediately he went home to find out from his wife about the question posed by the sages. Astonishingly, she said that it is the responsibility of her husband to procure the households, and it is her responsibility to cook them and share it to the members of the family. She has nothing to do with the sins performed by him. This episode, he came to the conclusion that the wife and husband are like two wooden logs flowing in a stream and separated after a while. We normally see in a river stream, two logs will be going together. At one point of time, they separate. Similarly, the wife and husband also. In Ramayana, at the end of the story, Sri Rama also narrates the same incident. The wife and husband are like two logs moving in a river, slowly, or even hesitantly. Within a few minutes, the dacoit returned back to the sages. They were kind enough to him. They gave him two syllables, ma ra, mara, mara. It became Rama. The tribal man with the greatest devotion started repeating the words and was deeply involved in tapasya. His family members persuaded him to return back home. He did not listen to them. The penance continued for a long time. As usual, Lord Indra, he was disturbed and sent Rambha and Urvasi to distract the penance. Even nowadays, we see if the chair of a chief minister is going to be disturbed, he will send all the people to vanish them. Similarly, Indra position is like a prime minister or chief minister's post. It can be occupied by anyone who gets the devotional aspect. So this Indra, he has sent Urvashi and Rambha to disturb Valmiki's penance. They could not succeed. On their return, these Saptarshis found him meditating. He came out of the Valmika and prostrated before them. Since he came out of the Valmika, they christened him as Valmiki. So the story of Valmiki is like this. he was doing the penance, and the later story, we are aware of what happened, and he was astonished to see a small incident, and he has narrated a shloka. Manishada pratishtantam agama shashvati sama yat karuncha midhunadekam avadhi kamamohitam. These words uttered without any intention, and he was also astonished to have the rhythmic lines coming out from his mind. So then he said, Shloka shokartasya pravurtohi shloko bhavatu nanyada. This is like an anushtup chanda sloka, and it came out, and then the Brahman appeared before him, and Narada came, and this Valmiki questioned him, Kon vasmin sampradam loke, kon vasmin sampradam loke, gunavan kascha viryavan. These are the questions posed by him to Narada. Dharmajnascha kratajnascha satyavakyo drudavurataha charitrena chako yuktaha sarvabhuteshu kohitaha vidvan kasamardhascha kasyeka priyadarshanaha. All these are the qualities of Sri Rama. Atmavan ko jitakrodho jutiman ko nasuyakaha kasya bibhyati devascha jata roshasya samyuge. When these questions were posed, etadichhamyaham shrotum, he said, I want to listen from you. Param kautukalam kime maharshe tvam samadhosi jnatum evam vidham varam. Then Narada narrated him about the entire story of Rama, and it was formed into an epic. Recently, I went to a place called Valmikipuram. There is a place called Valmikipuram. The another important story behind this is, in Chittoor district of Andhra Pradesh, there is a village called Vailpadu. Recently, it has been named as Valmikipuram. The reason being, a temple of Pattabhiramalaya is existing there. It is about 100 kilometers from Tirupati and 20 kilometers from Madanapalli. The name of this lord is Veerapratapa Rama. It seems sage Valmiki did penance on Shatashanga hill for a long time. Lord Rama appeared before him and blessed him. After a few days, the idols of Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, and Hanuma were found at a nearby place. It appears that the monkey lord Jambavan built the temple there, and it has become Valmiki Kshetra. So every one of us should visit it. Recently, I had been to the Shamshabad area also. There is one oldest temple of Ramalaya, where the Hanuman is separately having a place. And the story goes, the Archaka told me that while passing through the forest, Rama, Lakshmana and Sita, they didn't even go up to Kishkinda. So Hanuma was not there in the temple. So he has been given a separate place. So the area, Shamshabad area also, there's the oldest temple. Even now, the cinema people, they use it for their purposes. This temple of Valmiki Ramayana, this Vailpadu, the saint poet Annamacharya also composed 27 songs in praise of this god Rama. The poetess Vengamamba, you might have heard of Tarigonda Vengamamba, she lived nearby at a place called Tarigonda, and she conducted Rama Pattabhisheka here with great devotion. The speciality of this temple is that all the entrance gates of the temple are on the north side. Unlike in other places, Sita Devi is on the right side of Rama. The tradition goes that it is performed the annual Brahmotsavas during the star Punarvasu. Here, they are held at the time of Aslesha, the birth star of Sita Devi, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna. Rama does not wear any arrows on his hand. Normally we find the Rama with Kodanda. In this place, his index finger is pointed to recollect his oath on of the word, one arrow and one word. The origin of Ramayana just now we have discussed. He was watching the bird dying in the hands of an archer, and Valmiki was perturbed. And at this stage, Narada appeared before him, and later Brahma also appeared before Valmiki and advised him to compose the Ramayana. We have several Ramayana versions in Telugu, right from the 12th century onwards. Gona Buddha Reddy, he wrote Ranganatha Ramayana. It was in Dvipada. Tikkana composed a Nirvachanottar Ramayana. He did not complete the first part of the Ramayana. He did it Uttara Ramayana, because by the time the Ranganatha Ramayana was very popular. Bhaskara Ramayana is there, Molla Ramayana is there, Katta Bharadaraja Ramayana, Acha Telugu Ramayana, Kuchamanchitama Kavi. And in Hindi, we have Ramacharitamanasa of Goswami. It is very, very popular in North. And Tulsidas is quite remembered. The Ramacharitamanasa is kept in the Puja Griha. In Tamil, Kamba Ramayana is popular. It has been translated by one Pottalapattu Sri Ramula Reddy also. Then in Malayalam also, we have Ramacharitam. In Kannada, we have Torave Ramayanam. The act, one of plays and plays based on Ramayana are Pratima Natakam and Abhisheka Natakam of Bhasa. Then Bhavabhuti wrote Uttara Ramacharitra. Kalidasa's Raghuvamsha is very, very popular. These are the stories of the earlier epics. But when we come to the modern age, we have Vishwanatha Ramayana, whose Ramayana Kalpavruksha is an eternal one and had the distinction of winning the Jnanpith Award also, the first of its kind in Telugu literature. But he himself has said, Vishwanatha Satyanarayana, why are you writing several times Ramayana? People of Andhra, they are in the habit of writing Ramayana every time, and several Ramayanas have come forward. Then Vishwanatha says, Marala Nidela Ramayanam Mannacho Manujundu Tatinna Annam Tinuchunundu Tanaruchi Bratakulu Tanabhigana. Everyone has his own taste. So I'm writing my own Ramayana, he says. The story of Ramayana is very, very closely associated with Andhra Pradesh. Sita and Rama spent a good number of years at Dandakaranya. They stayed at Panchavati. Bhadrachalam is famous for the anecdotes of Sita and Rama. Recently, Government of India has prepared a Ramayana circuit rail for connecting places of 18 days. If we look at the places of Ramayana route, it starts with Ayodhya, Chitrakoot, Nasik, where Surpanaka nose was cut by Lakshmana, Panchavati near Godavari River, Kishkinda in Maharashtra, Rishimuka Parvata, Bhadrachalam and Lepakshi, where Jatayu's funeral rites were performed, Rameshwaram, Dhanushkoti, Mahendragiri at the tip of Rameshwaram. Hanuman's flight to Suviragiri and finally Trikuta Parvata. So these are the places where the route was planned. Sita belongs to the neighboring Nepal country. She is the daughter of Mithila King Janaka. Rama traveled across the entire country during the last of his exile, 14 years. Several personalities helped Rama in his long journey. The first person was a tribal leader. This we have to remember. That is Guha, who helped Rama to traverse the river Ganga. Here, the story of Guha cleaning the feet of Rama is very, very touching. He is afraid of his boat converting into a woman. Molla, who wrote Molla Ramayanam, composed a beautiful poem. In this context, she says, Sudiguni Ramupadamu Sokina, Sudugani Ramupadamulu Sokina, Dhuli Vahinchi, Rai Erpada, Vakakantayayanu. This is a story of Ahalya. She became from a stone. Ponnuga Itani Padarenu, Edavadinoda, ఓడసోక ఇది ఎవుగునో యని సంశయత్ముడై కడిగె గుహుండు రామ పదకంజయుగమ్ము భయము పెంపునన్. He was afraid that his boat will become a young lady. In the Ahalya story also, first time Rama showed his divinity. He was a young man. He was invited by Vishwamitra to accompany him. And at this place of Shabari also, in the Matanga Ashrama, the Matanga Maharshi told Shabari to wait till Rama comes. Shabari waited for Rama for a long years to come. Then the story of Vishwamitra entering the royal place of Dasharatha is to be remembered now. What happened? Why should Vishwamitra enter at that point of time? Because Dasharatha was happily spending time with Rama Lakshmanas. At that point of time, Vishwamitra entered the place and requested Dasharatha to send Rama to safeguard his interests of Yaga. Rama himself has said, Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Dasharatha Bhajam. He never said I am a divine person. He said I am only a small person. I am like any other human being. And this characterization of Rama, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharma, is to be remembered. When Vishwamitra requested Dasharatha to send Rama, he was unwilling to send. He narrated in a very pitiable manner, Unashodasha Varsho is less than 16 years at that point of time, Ramudu. Unashodasha Varsho me Ramo Rajivalochanaha. My son, who is very, very tender person, he is less than 16 years. Na yuddha yogyatamasya. He is not able to do any war. Pashyami saharakshasai. He will not be able to endure with the demons. Here, at an early age of mine, I wrote a small Ramayana. In that, I narrated this shloka into a poem. Padunaredula chinnipa padakata. Dasharatha told that his son is less than 16 years. So I translated it. Padunaredula chinnipa padakata. Papat mulavu rakkasul. Sadarangam mulanadu karadavi. For the demons, the entire forest is there and they're like a very playful mood. Me sahayulayinil ture kadanam manna erunganatti shishul gadeya. He was requesting with folded hands. They never have seen the war, so I don't want to part with my Rama. Nevachi nilcheda Rakasula mattu bettedanu matsainyambu went around. He was very confident. Dasharatha says, I will come with my entire warm army and I will be able to protect your interests. But Vishwamitra is in a different mood. Why did he came? Rama is my Rama. This Dasharatha says, he is my Rama. He is Rama to every person. But Dasharatha, he got him after the Uttarakamesti at a very, very old age of 60,000 long years. The 60,000 long years during the present time we may not believe, but the calculation of the birth and death of people of those days of Treta Yuga is different. He said, he is afraid of even in the mention of the name of Ravana. Dasharatha says, I am afraid of this word Ravana itself. And when Vishwamitra said, Maricha and Subbahu were sent by Ravana to destroy the Yaga, he was very much afraid, Dasharatha. Then Vishwamitra confessed that he knows the valor of Rama. Vishwamitra also has given a very good retort to Dasharatha. He says, Aham vedmi mahatmanam Ramam satyaparakramam. Vishwamitra narrated in a very emphatic manner, I know the valor of Rama. Aham vedmi mahatmanam Ramam satyaparakramam Vasishtho bimahateja. Because there he was standing nearby. So he says, Vasishtha also knows the valor of Rama. Meche me tapasistita, yeche me tapasistita, yedite dharmala pancha, yesescha param bhuvi, stitamichasi Rajendra, Ramam me datumarkasi. I know, Rama, you send him along with me and I will protect the interests. Even Maricha threatened Ravana not to fight with Rama, the embodiment of virtue. This is the place where we have to remember. When Ravana threatened him of dire consequences, Maricha replied politely, he would be happier to die in the hands of Rama than Ravana. He knew the fate of his brother Subhahu. He even mentioned that the syllable of Rama, Ra, itself is terrible to his ears. Here we have to compare Rama Avatara and Krishna Avatara. Rama, unlike Sri Krishna, never showed his divinity. Sri Krishna, from the day one, he started showing his divinity. The story of Krishna, recently one boy from America telephoned saying that, Grandpa, I have seen the story of Sri Krishna. He's like a serial killer in a detective movie. Starting with Putana, it goes on unending. Shatakasura, Kaliya, Chanura Mustikasura, Kamsa, Shishupala, it goes on like that. It was only killing people. Whereas in the case of Rama, he has all the divinity and he never showed his divinity and he never claimed that I am a divine person. Then Rama never got angry at any particular point of time. That also we have to remember, except at one place where Rama's anger was at its height on a particular occasion when Samudra did not heed to his request of giving path to Lanka. He became furious. Samudra appeared before him with folded hands, and Rama agreed for the proposal to construct the Setu bridge. Why I am hurrying up to the last, the characterization of Rama is in a very, very, very emphatic manner. Here, in this case of the Samudra appearing before Rama, Tata Sugriva Sahito Gatva Tiram Mahodade Samudram Kshobhayamasa Sharair Aditya Sannibhai Darshayamasa Chatmanam Samudra Saritam Patim Samudra Vachanat Chaiva Nalam Setumakarayat. Nala, who was a Vanara person, he was a construction engineer. So he was able to construct that bridge in a very record time. Rama wept like a man when the common things happened when Sita was abducted. He wept like any other human being. Valmiki described it in Kishkinda Kanda at length. Rama even felt bad about his fate. He was thinking that he lost everything. Raghav shoka santapto vilelapa akulindriya. Vishwamitra, in fact, asked only Rama to be sent along with him to protect his yaga. But Dasharatha sent with Rama Lakshmanas. They are inseparable. That is the thing which we have to remember. In characterization of Ramayana also, the brothers of Ramayana are very different from the brothers of Mahabharata. We can have two pairs at any point of time, Rama and Lakshmana, Bharata and Shatrughna, and Rama and Bharata. These two are very different characters. The Vali and Sugriva, these two characters, when we compare it with Rama and Lakshmana and Vali and Sugrivi, each one of them tried to kill other. Then Ravana and Kumbhakarna, Ravana and Vibhishana also. These are the places and the characters in Ramayana where the brotherhood is being revered. Jatayu and Sampati also brothers, Maricha and Subhahu also, Janaka and Kushadhvaja. This is the epitomization of the characterization of brotherhood in different manners. So this Ramayana is an epic for several thousands of years. Then we will discuss about the Sita Rama Kalyanam. We are having another 20 days when the Rama Kalyanam is being performed throughout India at several places. This Rama Kalyanam is performed because of Vishwamitra. The duty of Vishwamitra, he requested Dasharatha to send Rama to protect his yaga. But the yaga is over. He should have returned back both Rama and Lakshmana to Dasharatha and said, thank you. But it doesn't happen. The Ramachandra, he did not pose himself as a warrior. Janaka was also very much interested in performing the marriage of his daughter Sita. So he sent an invitation to all the places for the invitation of a yaga which he is doing at a nearby place to Mithila Nagara. So there was an invitation from Janaka Maharaja, and Vishwamitra, after completion of this yaga, when Subahu died and Maricha was thrown into the sea, then he took both these brothers, Rama and Lakshmana, to Mithila, and there the Shivadanur happened. So after the Shivadanur the performance of Panigrahana was over. The invitation was sent to Dasharatha Maharaja to attend the marriage. Here, the queens did not attend the marriage. Their tradition is the Rajamatas, they will not appear in the marriage. In North also, in some of the areas, the girl's mother, she will not go for the marriage of the girl. So they received the daughter-in-laws, the Rajamatas, Kausalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra, they received the daughter-in-laws when they got married. This Panigrahana also is an important thing which we have to just see and analyze. The Janaka Maharshi said, Panin Gunhishma Panina, O Rama, Iyam Sita Mamasuta, this is my daughter. Why he should say this is my daughter? Because he got it from the earth and Sita was an Ayonija. So here the marriage was over. This Mangalya Dharana was a later convention. The Tadi we used to call. Tadi means a palm leaf. The palm leaf was tied to a thread and the marriage was held as a Tadi. Later it became Mangalya Dharana, but during the earlier days, the Mangalya Dharana was not there and it was only a Panigrahana. When we go to the Mahabharata also, there Devayani, she has been thrown into a well and Yayati was going on that way and he gave hand to the Devayani and he pulled her up from the well. Then she claims, since you have taken me with Pani and this marriage is over, and Shukracharya also insisted that the Yayati should marry. So the tradition of Panin Gunhishma Panina is there in the longer, older days, but the tradition has changed and the Mangalya Dharana has gone. And the Sumuhurta is this time, and when the Sumuhurta is at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, even if 5 to 10 minutes are there, the Mangalastakas are narrated. Kurvantuam Mangalam. Vivaha, in the time of Vivaha, if there is a gap of 5 to 10 minutes, they will read the Mangalastakas. These Astakas are very peculiar in Sanskrit. We have several Astakas. Even Shankaracharya also has written Astakas. Here, the marriage is over. Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, and Dasharatha Maharaja, they are progressing towards Ayodhya. The behavior of Parshurama we have to see here. He is also an incarnation. He has the qualities of the royal patronage, and he was almost like a king. And Kshatriya Dharma and Brahmana Dharma are combined in Parshurama. So he ridiculed Rama for breaking the old Sivadhanus. He threatened him to fight with him. Rama was subdued in his emotions. He said, I don't want to talk in front of my father. That is our tradition. Then Dasharatha was very much terrified because he has a long emotional attachment with Rama, even from his birth. So he, with his folded hands, said, Mama sarva vinashaya sampraptistvam mahamune nachaikasmin hate rame sarve jivamahe vayam. If Rama dies, the entire world dies. This is the word which Dasharatha Maharaja said. The two avatars at the same time, just now we have discussed. And then Parashurama was subdued and his foot was arrowed and he left the place. This is the importance of this Parashurama and Rama. Then when we come back to the story of Vishwamitra, why he is very much attached to Rama to perform the marriage? Is it his duty to perform the marriage of Rama? Yes, because he has to get married to Sita and he has to destroy the demon king Ravana. So when the Sita Rama Kalyana is over, Vishwamitra has left without anybody's intention. He just left for his place as if he has done the complete work which was destined for him. Then the important narration of all these people of characterization, we come to the characters of Bharata. Bharata, I have just mentioned about Rama's characterization, but here in this case of characterization of Bharata, everybody misunderstood him. He was not there at the point of time when Rama left for his forest. When he came back, Kausalya misunderstood him. She thought that he will have the incarnation and rule the Ayodhya country. Kaikeyi also thought that Bharata will accept the honor of being an emperor. Then when he went to Guha also mistook him. Bharata was mistaken by Guha. Guha also thought that he is going to kill Rama and he suspected the intentions of Bharata. Then when he went to Bharadwaja Maharshi, Bharata went to Bharadwaja Ashram, he also misunderstood him. Then while going towards Ramachandra, the Lakshmana also got suspicion about the intentions of Bharata. So every time the fate of Bharata is, he has been misunderstood by several people, and the character of Mahabharata and Bharata are very, very important. He waited for 14 full years with Padukas, Paduka Pattabhishekam. That is why we call it as Paduka Pattabhishekam. After return also, Rama did not go straight away to Ayodhya. He sent Hanuma to find out the mindset of Bharata, because after having all the facilities of a king, he may be thinking that he will continue to rule the country, and he has sent Hanuman to find out the ideas of Bharata. Bharata became a prince, and Lakshmana politely refused it. Actually, Lakshmana should have become the prince, but the Bharata had become the prince. Because after the birth of Rama, the next person who was born was Bharata. Then only Lakshmana and Shatrughna were born. Then the entire story of Balakanda we have just now discussed. And when we go to the Ayodhya Kanda, at the beginning of this Kanda, the word Gacha was used. Gachata matulakulam bharatena tadanakam Shatrugno nitya Shatrugno nitah priti puraskrutaha. Why he took Shatrughna? Bharata should have gone alone, to his maternal uncle's place. The Bharata proceeding to his maternal uncle's place and why he should take Shatrughna is to be discussed. His cousin was Shatrughna. He took him with great affection, and the poet describes Shatrughna as Anagha, a person without a sin. Like Lakshmana accompanying Sri Ramachandra, Shatrughna also accompanied Bharata. Through the entire Ayodhya Kanda, the poet described the virtues of an administrator besides a Gruhastha. In his coronation, Sri Rama represented 4 types of Bhagavata Dharma. Sri Rama is the personification of God. Lakshmana is a devotee. Bharata is a devotee of God. Shatrughna is devotee's devotee. Bhagavat Bhakta Bhakta. In Narada Bhakti Sutra also it is explained, Dasasya Dasaha, people who is a devotee and he is a devotee. Even though Bharata and Shatrughna were enjoying the royal comforts at their maternal uncle's house, they were always remembering Dasharatha Maharaja and Rama Lakshmana. Similarly, Dasharatha also remembered Bharata and Shatrughna. Both the hands are equal to a human body. All the 4 sons are dearer to Dasharatha. The king declared the coronation of Rama in the open court. The entire house in a single voice supported it. A similar incident can be noticed in Mahabharata when the citizens unanimously supported the coronation of Puruvu, the youngest son of Yayati. The coronation ceremony was supposed to be held on Chaitra Masa. The next day was star was Pushyami. All preparations were ready. The coronation of Sri Rama was not informed to Janaka or Kekaya Maharaja. It appears that Dasharatha is not in the habit of informing others. Some people take decisions without the advantage of informing anybody. He did not invite even his father-in-law, Kekaya Maharaja, even before leaving for Mithila for the marriage of Sri Rama. The brother-in-law of Dasharatha, that is Yudhajit, incidentally visited Ayodhya and reached Mithila at once for the marriage. A doubt will occur why the king is in a hurry. He suspected that there may be a trouble in performing the coronation. The answer to this point is available during the discussion of Bharata and Rama at Chitrakuta. Rama says, our father has given a boon to Mother Kaikeyi at the time of their marriage to crown her son. Here we may have doubts why the king has gone back on his words, even though there is an excuse of untruth can be told at the time of marriage. The king was avoiding Bharata. Ramachandra has to get the powers to kill Ravana. That is the reason he has spent 14 years in the forest and was able to attack Ravana, who has performed penance for more than thousands of years. Ravana also is not an ordinary man. He performed penance for more than thousands of years. In Skanda Purana, it is clearly mentioned that Lord Vishnu has clearly told that Ravana will treat Rama as an ordinary man because of Maya. Mentioning about the demise of beloved father, Bharata mentioned to Rama that the king was unable to control the departure of Rama. Why Dasharatha died, he was not able to withhold the departure of Rama. The question arises whether Rama was in Vanaprastha for 14 years. Kaikeyi wanted him to go for the exile in Rishivesha. Here one doubt arises. When Rama went with Rishivesha, how Sita proceeded like Raja Mahishi with all her ornaments? This is the story. Dasharatha ordered for her dress and ornaments enough for the entire exile period. Further, Anasuya gave her perfumes and ornaments. At the end of the war, when Rama told Vibhishana to escort Sita, he advised to bring her fully decorated. Since she was wearing ornaments, it became possible for her to drop the ornaments when Ravana abducted her. Dasharatha blessed Rama while he was proceeding for the forest as follows. Dasharatha says, Shreyase vruddhaye tata punaragamanaye cha. You just come back. Gachaswarishtama vyagra panthanamakuto bhayaka. For the sake of the welfare of the other world and this world, my dear son Rama, you proceed to the forest. That was the blessing which was given by Dasharatha Maharaja. Dasharatha uttered the same words when he appeared before Rama after the war with Ravana was over. Here we have to make the comparison. The words told at the time of Balakanda and at the time of the end of the war. Taritoham tvaya putra suputrena mahatmana ashtavakrena dharmatma tarito brahmano yatha. The story of Ashtavakra he reminds, oh my dear son Rama, like the father of Ashtavakra, I got rid of the sin of untruth. Rama requested Dasharatha to take back the mother Kaikeyi, whom he had abandoned at the time of the death, because Dasharatha has thrown back, saying that I will desert Kaikeyi. At this point of time, the Rama requested his father to have the blessings of Kaikeyi also. This is the story, and everybody is in a hurry to know about the entire episode of Ramayana. And Dasharatha Maharaja left for the heaven, and Ayodhya kingdom has become a very famous ruler, Ramarajya. This I am narrating it in parts because I am narrating it not in the form of a story, because everybody of our group, they know the Ramayana. I am just analyzing with parts of it because we can have the discussion at this point of time. I think we will leave 20 to 30 minutes for the discussion. Babu Garu?
Avanandi.
Yeah, please.
Thank you for the time you are given for discussion, question answers, any doubts, clarification. First, we will see the chat box, what the people are asking. Then we will, have personal interaction with them.
Yeah, please.
CC Challa Chittibabu garu.
Yeah, I'm just saying that there are questions yet to be posed. Most of them wanted a direct interaction, but then there are some questions.
Okay.
One of the questions is, somebody mentioned that Lord Krishna is not Avatara and he himself is the only Lord as per Devi Bhagavatam. Is it true, and what is your take on this statement, please?
Yeah. In fact, the Avatara Shloka is like this. Matsya Kurma Varahascha Narasimhascha Vamanaha Ramo Parshuramo Ramo Balaramaha Buddha Kalkya Avataraha. The Balarama is the Avatara and Krishna is a part of it. And most of the times we think that Krishna Avatara is there, but he is an Avatara, no doubt, and he is an Avatara Purusha, and who was important for the Bhagavad Gita narration and all these things. So there we need not doubt the incarnation of Krishna Avatara. I don't think even in Devi Bhagavata and other places also, in Ashtadasha Puranas, several incidents have been narrated in several times in different versions. It is only a version and we need not go by that. Because in the temple of Tirupati also, the Buddha Avatara is not there. They will not treat Buddha as an Avatara. Only Balarama and Krishna, they are shown on the temple in the Sanctum Sanctorium also. When we enter into that, Garudalvar is there. After the Garudalvar, when we see on the sky side, upper part of it, all the avatars are there. In that, we don't find Buddha Avatara. Because our traditional people, they say, this Buddha is not the Lord Buddha who has spent Buddhism. He is different and this Buddha is different.
Yeah. There is one more question. Sir, even 24/7 is not enough to have Srota Amrutam from you. So only thing is he wants to know, can you please tell me what is the basic text for your oration? Sources from which Purana? That's what his question is.
I followed only Valmiki Ramayana and the commentaries by several people. Elapavulur Panduranga Rao is a very great scholar. He was in Delhi working with the Union Public Service Commission. His son was I.V. Subbarao. Most of our people must be knowing. He was the executive officer, TTD also. And till recently, he was with the Vice President of India as secretary. This Elapavulur Panduranga Rao, he has written several books. One among them is Woman in Valmiki, which I have translated. And similarly, Pullala Sri Ramachandrudu also, you might have heard, he has published several volumes of Ramayana with commentary that has been published by several other people also. He is one of the authorities on Ramayana, Pullala Sri Ramachandrudu. I have gone through his book, and twice I have read the entire Valmiki Ramayana from Punarvasu to Punarvasu. The tradition goes, you start it with Punarvasu, and 27 days, you should complete the entire Valmiki Ramayana Parayana. It has been done by one Justice Kodandaramaiah. He told me, you do it. I did it for 2 times. Kodandaramaiah has published this Ramayana also with the commentary of Pullala Sri Ramachandrudu. He was the High Court judge. His son is now Narasimha, who is the Supreme Court judge. He was a very traditional person. He used to do Sita Rama Kalyanam at his house in Hyderabad, Banjara Hills, every Punarvasu Nakshatra. And he is having a Satra, Amma Satra in Bhadrachalam. He feeds thousands of people every year at the time of the Rama Kalyanam, Sri Ramanavami. So I follow these texts of important personalities like Pullala Sri Ramachandrudu and others.
Thank you. Sir, was it Chaya Sita in capture of Ravana?
It is also one of the stories in different Puranas. In my opinion, according to the texts of Valmiki Ramayana and others also, she is not Chaya Sita, she is the original Sita. Let us take it for granted that she is the original Sita and not Vedavati. The story goes that when she entered into the fire, then Agni Bhagavan has taken her. All these things I don't believe.
Okay.
There is no question of Chaya Sita.
Okay. How do we justify Rama sending Sita to exile when he knew that she was pure? Why not give up the kingdom to protect the honor of his wife?
Just 2 days back only, I was watching Sri Rama Rajya by Bapu. It was a film. In that, the entire Uttarakanda was narrated. In that story, there was a struggle in the mind of Rama, whether he has to give up with his throne or his wife. So he thought over it, and the question before him was whether he should believe the words of this Dovi, or he could believe the words of Agni Mahadeva when Sita was given to him. He believed that even a small person, like a very, very casual person, he has mentioned that, and the discussion of the characterization of Rama in 2 aspects. One is killing of Vali. Why should Sri Rama kill Vali when he was not an opponent to him directly? He was an opponent to Sugriva. And that also, Vali was killed by Rama when he was standing behind a tree. All these discussions were there. The narration of Vali Vadha and Sita being abandoned are the questions eternal. And the feminism has come to an extent that everybody says that Rama was not a correct person and his ambitions or his decisions were not correct. We need not go into those details, I think.
Kishkinda is said to be in Karnataka near Hampi, Bellary. Please clarify.
Yeah. Recently, there was a discussion about the birthplace of Hanuman. So the TTD has appointed a committee, and the people believe that Hanuman was born near the 7 hills. There is a place called Hanuman's birthplace. But the Hampi people, they still believe that Hanuman was born at that place near Hampi. And the controversy was there. Finally, the committee headed by Muralidhar Sharma, who was Vice Chancellor of the National Sanskrit University, Tirupati, they declared that the birthplace of Hanuman is Jabali Kshetra. And that Hampi, the traditional Hanuman was grown up there, that was there. And the Karnataka people, they believe that it is his birthplace. It is only a question for discussion.
Sir, in common parlance, people, Aslesha star is bad for mother-in-law. But Mata Sita had 3 mother-in-laws, hale and hearty. Please clarify.
Yeah. Recently, yesterday also, one woman was asking me, her son-in-law, who they want to get married, is of Asilesha Nakshatra, and she was worried whether it is very harmful for the mother-in-law. These things, the Kuja dosha and the doshas of Mula Nakshatra, they're very, very controversial things, and the astrologers, they have different opinions also. And there are people who doesn't even go through these horoscopes, Kundali or whatever it is, and they get married and they're happily married. And those people who get married, they're getting divorced after 7th day or 8th day. So we need not worry about it.
Sir,
Venkateswarlu garu, he want to have a word.
yeah, there are some few questions on the chat box. Yeah.
Complete this one, sir. Tab.
Right. As you said, Bharata is elder to Lakshman. Then why is names of 4 brothers taken as Ram, Lakshman, Bharata and Shatrugna?
Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrugna. Because the pairs, we have combined the Rama, Lakshmana as one pair, Bharata, Shatrugna has one pair. In fact, Sumitra's both the sons, they are very close to each one of them. They are not close to one person. Otherwise, both Bharata and Shatrugna should have been with Rama or Lakshmana. But the sons of Sumitra, one is with Rama and another is with Bharata. So she has given birth to both of them to help both of them. So the combination is Rama Lakshmana and Bharata Shatrugna. Even though according to the age group, it should be Rama Bharata Lakshmana Shatrugna. The coinage has become very popular, like Rama Lakshmana Bharata Shatrugna.
There are 2 Chitrakotas near Bhadrachalam and also near Triambakeshwar. Is it true?
Yeah. Here, this Chitrakota is different from the original Chitrakota. The Chitrakota where Sri Rama was living was near Maharashtra only, Nashik.
Nashika Triambakam.
Nashika Triambakam.
I've finished questions on the chat box. Babu, over to you.
Okay, now let us request, let us Venkateswara garu.
నమస్తే సార్.
చెప్పండి.
సార్, తమకు పాదాభివందనం సార్. చాలా ఆనందం ఈరోజు. నా ప్రశ్న ఏంటంటే, Vairagyaniki, people think that Buddha is the symbol for Vairagya. But recently, when I was going through Ramayana, particularly on the day of his Rama Pattabhishekam, he just told to go back to the forest for 14 years. I was wondering what is the internal, the thought process which Rama was going through. Because even today property disputes, say small property disputes, sons are killing the father, but the entire kingdom he has to leave, and he has to go for 14 years, and he is, I don't know what is the age, maybe 16 or 18 years. So what was the internal antar madana? Only one sloka I got it from one of the Swamijis, Sarga 105, Sarve Nichayaha Kshayantaha Patanantaha Samuchayaha Samyogaha Viprayoganta. But Bharata, I don't want this Rajya. Rajya is for you or for me, it doesn't make difference. I'll be more happy in forest. So my question to you, Swami, for this young generation, this is a great lesson of, lesson. Can you throw some more light? What was the internal mind process of our great Rama giving up that and going for 14 years overnight?
Yeah, you are correct, sir, in your analyzation. The mindset of Rama is different when we compare it with the younger generation or any other generation, because he was never perturbed. He says, Sa Satya Vachanadraja Dharma Pashena Samyutaha Vivasayamasa Sutam Ramam Dasharatham Priyam. He told Dasharatha also, I am leaving for the forest, even if you are not telling directly to me. It was the word of Kaikeyi only. Dasharatha did not tell directly to the Rama, you go for the forest. Sajagama Banam Viraha Pratignyam Anupalayan. Why he has gone to the forest? To complete the Pratignya of Dasharatha Maharaja, Piturvachana Nirdeshat, Kaikeyaha Priyakarana. What was the reason that Dasharatha wanted Rama's exile? To fulfill the desire of Kaikeyi. So Rama was never perturbed. He was at the same time very much happy to go to the forest. The similar way, when Lakshmana was going to the forest, Sumitra told, Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam, Ayodhya Matavim Vidhi, Gacchata Tayadha Sukham. For Rama, the forest is Ayodhya. That's why Sumitra told in an emphatic manner, Ramam Dasharatham Vidhi. You treat Rama as Dasharatha, Mam Vidhi Janakatmajam. You treat Sita as me. Ayodhya Matavim Vidhi. You treat Ayodhya as Atavi as Ayodhya. So for Rama, the forest is Ayodhya, and for Lakshmana, he is also in the same line. He never was perturbed. So we should not think that Rama was very much perturbed when he got the advice of going to the forest. It is only our mental set, sir. He never perturbed, and he never bothered about either the kingdom or the exile. Yes, sir. Seshugar.
Okay, Seshugar. No. You can unmute and speak.
Sir, namaskaram, Guru Garu.
Namaskaram.
Sir, I think I'll first tell in Telugu and then
Sir,
ఒకటి ఏంటంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు మన దశరథ మహారాజు చనిపోయాక ఇప్పుడు అంత్యేష్టి సంస్కారాలు భరతుడు చేశాడు కదా, అందులో ఉన్న ధర్మసూత్రాన్ని కాస్త వివరిస్తారా? ఎందుకంటే పెద్ద కొడుకైన శ్రీరాముల వారు లేరు అక్కడ, బట్ ఈ అంటే మన భరతుని నుంచి అంత్యేష్టి సంస్కారం జరిగింది కదా, అందులో ఉన్న ధర్మసూత్రాన్ని స్వల్ప కొద్దిగా వివరిస్తారా సార్?
ఇప్పుడు రాముడు మళ్ళీ తిరిగి వచ్చి అంత్యేష్టి జరిపాల్సిన అవసరం కానీ అవకాశం కానీ లేదు. రాముడు లేనప్పుడు, అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం మామూలు ఆధునిక సంప్రదాయంలో అనుకుంటే పెద్ద కొడుకు అమెరికాలో ఉన్నాడు, సమయానికి రాలేదు. రెండో వాడు ఉన్నప్పుడు వాడు చేయాలి కదా, ఇక తప్పదుగా. ఇంకా అమెరికా నుంచి వాడు రాలేని పరిస్థితుల్లో ఏ వీసా గొడవలో విమానం దొరకనో లేక ఏదో ఉన్నది. అప్పుడు భరతుడు కూడా నెక్స్ట్ ఎలిజిబుల్ పర్సనే కాబట్టి అతను చేయటంలో తప్పు లేదు. శాస్త్రం కానీ ధర్మం కానీ దానికి వ్యతిక్రమంగా అనుకోవటం లేదు. ఆ మిషతో రాముడు మళ్ళీ తిరిగి వచ్చాడు అనుకుందాం. పోనీ దశరథుడు చనిపోయాడు కాబట్టి నేను వచ్చేసాను, నేను మళ్ళీ రాజ్యం వెళ్తానని అంటే ఇక రామాయణమే లేదు.
ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ సిసి బాబు గారు.
నమస్కారం అండి పద్మనాభరావు గారు.
అయ్యా నమస్కారం.
నాకు ఇదేంటంటే, మై క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ దట్ డిడ్ రామ, బికాస్ హీ నోస్ దట్ హీ ఈజ్ అవతార పురుష, did he have this in mind in his daily routine, or whatever he was trying to do, going to forest, so he knows that he is supposed to do something else? So did he have in mind this karana janma, or he just followed the father's?
Sir, my humble submission is, he himself has said, Atmanam Manusham Manye Ramam Dasharathatmajam. He never told that I am an Avatara Purusha, even to Parashurama or somebody. Then he wept like an ordinary man when Sita left him. So he is like an ordinary man. At no point of time he said, I am an Avatara Purusha. At the time of Ahalya also, because we can see the glory in the minds of Shatananda. When he was approaching Mithila, Janaka Maharaja came to receive Vishwamitra and both Rama and Lakshmana. Shatananda was very much happy to receive Ramachandra because he gave rebirth to his mother. Shatananda is the son of Ahalya. So at that point of time also, he never claimed that I gave birth to your mother or whatever it is. And when he killed Ravana and other people also, he never thought that he is an incarnation. But Indra has helped him by sending Mathali, and all the other people also helped him, and everybody thought that he is an Avatara Purusha. At Matangashrama also, Indra was there when he went there, but that Indra left immediately, saying that I should not talk to Rama at this point of time. I am leaving. So he left that place, Shatashranga Matangashrama also. So these are the incidents where we can incorporate that Rama never behaved like a person of incarnation. He was an ordinary person. Even when Kabanda was there, and even when he was going through the several important places also, he never behaved with the sages also, with the Bharadwaja Maharshi or Agastya Maharshi. He never behaved as if he is a divine person.
Thank you very much. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
ఓకే, లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు.
నమస్కారం గురుగారు. నమస్కారం గురుగారు.
అయ్యా నమస్కారం.
అది పెళ్లిలో పాణిగ్రహణం అంటే ఏంది స్వామి గారు?
ఏం లేదు స్వామి, ఒక చెయ్యి ఇంకో చేత్తో పట్టుకోవటం, ఇది పాణి. పాణిం గృహీష్మ పాణిన ఇయం సీత మమ సుత సహధర్మచరీతవ. షీ విల్ బి యువర్ కంపానియన్. Iyam Sita Mamasuta, she is my daughter. Why you should say she is my daughter? Because everybody knows that she is his daughter, but he has in his inner mind, but she was not given birth from the womb of that Janaka Maharshi's wife. The name of Janaka Maharshi's wife also is Sonayana Devi. I have culled out from several scripts because so many people, they doesn't know what is the name of Janaka Maharshi's wife. Yeah. So Pani with one hand and another hand, like our shake hand. But nowadays, these choreographers and photographers, they will never allow the bride and bridegroom to see when the time of Jalakara Bellam comes. They want him to see this side to the photographer and not to the wife. So that is the moral of the present day generation. That is Chagant Kotisaraga చెప్తూనే ఉంటారు, జీలకర్ర బెల్లం పెట్టుకునేటప్పుడన్నా మీరు ఒక కంట్లోకి ఒకటి చూడండి, ఇది మన ట్రెడిషన్ అని. అట్లనే పాణి గ్రహణం అనేది తర్వాత కాలంలో తాళి వచ్చింది. తాటి ఆకులతో తయారు చేసినటువంటి చిన్న దాన్ని ఒక తాడు కట్టి మెళ్ళ వేసుకునేవాడు, పసుపు తాడు. అది తాళి. తాళి అంటే తాటాకు. ఆ తర్వాత మాంగళ్యాలు ఇవన్నీ వచ్చాయి. కానీ ఇప్పటికి కూడా మనకు నార్త్ సైడ్ లో ఈ మాంగళ్య ధారణ ఇట్లాంటివి లేవు. వాడు ఊరికే తిలకం పెట్టేస్తే అది వివాహం అయిపోయినట్లుగా వాళ్ళు భావించుకుంటారు. ఈ మాంగళ్య ధారణ అనేది తర్వాత కాలంలో దక్షిణాది ప్రాంతాల్లో ఎక్కువగా మనకు బాగా వచ్చింది. అత్తగారి మంగళ సూత్రం ఒకటి, ఈ పుట్టింటి వారి మంగళ సూత్రం ఒకటి, 2 వేసుకోవటం. తర్వాత మళ్ళీ షష్ఠి పూర్తి అప్పుడు మళ్ళీ ఇంకొక మంగళ సూత్రాలు కట్టుకోవటం. మళ్ళీ సప్తతి పూర్తిలో కూడా మళ్ళీ కొంతమంది కట్టుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. అయితే ఇప్పుడు ఈ మధ్య ఒక ఆమెను అడిగాను, ఏమ్మా మంగళసూత్రం ధరించలేదంటే, మా ఆయన చిరకాలం చల్లగా ఉండాలని ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో పెట్టానండి. మంగళసూత్రం అని అన్నది.
ఓకే. చల్లగా ఉంటామంటే బాడీ చల్లగా. Okay, I think any other
Yeah, there are some questions on the chat box.
quickly.
Right.
నమస్కారం మహోదయ.
చెప్పండి. Go ahead.
ఇప్పుడు సీతాదేవి రావణాసురు లంక నుండి వచ్చినప్పుడు పట్టాభిషేకం ముందు అగ్ని ప్రవేశం చేస్తారు కదా మహోదయ, లంకలోకి వచ్చేటప్పుడు. తర్వాత కాళిదాసు రఘువంశంలో మేము పరిచయ కోర్స్ చేసామండి, అందులో ఉంది. మళ్ళా వాల్మీకి మహర్షి ఆశ్రమం నుంచి వచ్చేటప్పుడు కూడా రాముల వారు మరలా అగ్ని ప్రవేశం చేయమని అడిగారని కాళిదాసు గారు రచించిన రఘువంశం కావ్యంలో ఉందండి. మరలా అడిగారా అగ్ని ప్రవేశం చేయమని, అప్పుడు భూమిలోకి వెళ్ళారని ఉందండి.
లేదమ్మా, లేదు. అంటే కాళిదాసు రాశాడు కానీ
Can we have this in English?
It may be true, but originally Rama did not ask Sita to go for the fire.
ధన్యవాదాలు మహోదయ.
Yeah, thank you.
సార్, రామాయణంలో అహల్య రాయిగా ఉన్నప్పుడు రాముల వారి కాలు తగిలిన తర్వాతనే ఆమెకి జీవం వచ్చింది అని అన్నారు. అది నిజమేనండి?
వాల్మీకి రామాయణంలో ఆమె రాయిగా ఉన్నది అనే మాట లేదు. ధూళి ధూసరితాంగా అని ఉన్నది తప్ప she was not like a stone. That was later incorporated and it has been added to several other Valmiki Ramayana, the Mala Ramayana and other places. But the original is she was never like a stone. Dhuli Dhusaritanga, and she was covered with that. And when Rama entered that, she became a purified lady.
నమస్కారం సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
నమస్కారం.
నేను ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాను.
అయ్యో,
ఇప్పుడు మన దశరథుడు చనిపోయినాక రాముడు ఉన్నాడు కదా అక్కడ, పెద్ద కొడుకు రాముడే కదా, అంత్య సంస్కారాలు భరతుడు చేసినాడు. దాంట్లో ఉండే ధర్మసూత్రాలు చెప్పండి అని అడిగాను.
ఇప్పుడు చెప్పాను సార్, ఇప్పుడే just now we had that.
I think he is trying to ask someone. I mean, it's
No, sorry sir, I think it just got
Right.
I was just explaining to my wife, sorry.
Yeah.
Acha.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
All of you, please mute unless you want to speak.
Right. You can raise your hand and then speak.
Raise your hand and speak so that we know that you are going to speak.
I think there are no questions, but most of the people feel that it is very difficult to ask. They may be having questions, but it is so voluminous and so many things come into mind. They have anxiety to ask, but they are not able to ask. So, yeah, it is very nice to have such a great speaker on with us today. Yeah, most of them express that.
Okay, if there are no questions, then we will request.
There is one question from Saugandhi.
1 minute. Okay.
Namaste, Mahodaya. There is a shloka in which, in the textbook for children on Ramayana, Sita gets, when she refers to her children, she says, "Don't behave like your father." She scolds the two sons when they are mischievous. So Rama's person with Rama asks, he says, Vidusha, the name is, he says, why is she angry? Then Rama says, is the husband like me? Rama is asking. Has the lady been wronged? Was the husband like me? He's questioning because he doesn't know it is his children when he meets Lavakusha. So is this a real thing in the Ramayana, or is it just for the textbook they have written like this, Mahodaya?
It is only a polluted mind which has written like that. I don't think Sita never behaved like that.
Oh, it is in the high school Sanskritam textbook for children. Shemushi.
So
It is there.
We are polluting the minds of youngsters.
Okay. Sita was never angry. That means about having to live away, bringing up her children alone.
This feminist movement has come to such an extent that they are supporting Sita by saying that you don't behave like your father.
Oh, okay. I was very surprised because my children have it in the textbook.
I don't think that Valmiki Sita has told like that.
Okay, Mahodaya. Dhanyawad. Okay, then we can raise it with Samskrita Bharati, and I think central government also not to change text like this. It's very wrong if it is there wrongly written like that.
Yeah.
It is there in the textbook, Mahodaya. 8th standard textbook.
Of Telangana or
Karnataka. I'm from Bangalore. Yeah.
Okay. Nowadays, so many people have their own Ramayanas.
Okay, Mahodaya. I just had a doubt because it looked very odd for me. Dhanyawad, Mahodaya.
Thank you, Sugandhi.
Okay, Marathi Devi. 1 minute. Okay, now do.
ఓకే నమస్కారం అండి గురుగారు, వినిపిస్తుందా నా మాట?
వినిపిస్తున్నది.
ఏమండి నేను ఇలా అడుగుతున్నా అంటే మళ్ళా ఫెమినిస్ట్ అది ఇది కాదు, రామాయణం మొత్తం రావణాసుడిని చంపడానికి ఇదంతా కథ. కానీ దాంట్లో సీతమ్మ వారు ఎక్కువ కష్టపడ్డారు కదా, అంటే పాపం పెళ్ళైన కాడి నుంచి వనవాసం, మళ్ళా పిల్లల్ని వనవాసం, ఆవిడ ఫీలింగ్స్ దాని గురించి ఏమీ చెప్పలేదు. ఆవిడ వనవాసం వెళ్ళినా రాముడే బాధపడ్డాడని చెప్పారు. కానీ దీంట్లో అంతా ఎలా చూపించారంటే పాపం ఈవిడ్నే ప్రతిదానికి అగ్ని పరీక్ష చేయాలి, ఒంటరిగానే పిల్లల్ని పెంచాలి, మళ్ళీ చివరి వచ్చేసరికి రామాయణం అని ఇచ్చారు. దీంట్లో పాపం సీతమ్మ వారి కాంట్రిబ్యూషన్ ఇంత ఎక్కువ ఉంది. అది మనకి స్టోరీ చెప్పడానికి. ఇంకోటి రాముడినేమో ఏకపత్ని వరుడు అని చెప్పి మనకి తెలుసు, కానీ సీతమ్మ వారు కూడా అంతే కదా. ఆవిడ గురించి ఎటువంటిది క్లారిటీగా ఆవిడ బాధ, ఆవిడ ఫీలింగ్స్ గురించి ఉన్నది ఏమీ కనిపించట్లేదు ఎక్కడ. ఎందుకలా పురాణాల్లో అలా? అంటే అమ్మవారు కదా ఆవిడ కూడా, ఈయన అవతార పురుషుడు అంటే ఆవిడ కూడా అమ్మవారు కదా. అందరూ ఇంకా కంపేర్ చేస్తారు లేడీస్ ని సీతమ్మ వారి లాగా ఉండాలి.
మీ క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైంది, ఇప్పుడు ఆయన చెప్పనండి.
అందుకే నేను సీతాయనం అని ఒక పుస్తకం రాశాను. అది రామాయణం కాదు, సీతాయనం అని. మొత్తం కథ అంతా కూడా సీతతో సంబంధించిందే. అందుకనే మహిళలు అంటే రామాయణంలో ఉన్నటువంటి మహిళలు తమ మనస్సులో ఏ విధంగా భావించారు అని చెప్పి కౌసల్య ఏమనుకున్నది, కైక ఏమనుకున్నది, అంతరంగ తరంగం అనే పేరుతో అది నేను రేపు ఇష్యూలో మీతో డిస్కస్ చేస్తాను. అంటే మా స్త్రీల మనసుల్లో ఏమున్నది, వాళ్ళు మీరు అన్నట్టుగా నిజంగా అది సీత పడ్డ కష్టాలే కానీ రాముడు పడ్డ కష్టాలు కాదు కదా. సీత అడవులకు వెళ్లాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, అడవులకు వెళ్ళినా రాముడు ఆమె తీసుకుపోవాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఈ కథ అంతా కూడా సీత చుట్టూ తిరిగింది. రాముడు ఆమెను అనుసరించాడని మనం చెప్పాలి, ఆమె కోసరంగా వెళుతూ వచ్చాడు. వాళ్ళు అనుభవించిన సుఖాలు చాలా తక్కువ. చాలా మంది సీతా కథ అని అంటూ ఉంటారు. రేపు మాట్లాడుకుంటాం.
Can you just in brief tell what you have just said in Telugu?
Said it in English, yeah.
Sita, yeah. It is the story of Sita, not Rama. So I narrated it in a very exclusive way about the mindset of woman portrayed in Valmiki Ramayana. So this is the essence of the book. It is the title is Antaranga Tarangam and the subtitle is Sitayana. And in fact, Ramayana is Sitayana only. The Ayana means the travel of Sita.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll have Nrip Kumar.
Sir, you said Sita was not angry. If Sita was not angry, then at the end of the day, he asked the Dati Mata to open it up and accept her. So finally she left. Obviously, she was angry over what happened because firstly she was abandoned. Thereafter, when the children grew up and they were to look after her, children were taken away by the father. She has to be angry.
Sir, I never said she was not angry. She was fed up with Rama. That I can say. So she wanted to leave the entire world, and she left and she requested her mother to take her, and she has very readily agreed, and she joined with her mother.
Okay, shall we take some more questions? Chiranjeevi?
Hello. Yeah, my question is related to Rama sending Sita to forest. I think he sent Sita to forest because someone was saying that's the right thing to do. But I don't feel that's the right thing to do in the first place, whether someone says or not. Even in those days, even now also, now it's totally wrong. But why Rama took that decision? He should have corrected there itself, correct?
Yes, sir. I totally agree with you. But the traditions and values of one yuga to the other yuga are different. Treta Yuga values or the traditions followed by Rama are different by the present Rama. So we should not compare, and that he felt that it was good on his part to live for the sake of the traditional values. It's a questionable thing. I'm not supporting it. It is like an argument in the court, and no one is there to judge the character of Rama. And it is an eternal question. Nobody can argue in favor or against. It is his own belief, or it is his own values which he has treated at them more important.
Okay, now Seshu, again, Seshu, you want to ask any question? Okay. Unmute, yeah.
Yeah, Chapandi.
I have one more question, sir. Namaskaram, Guru Garu. Sir, see, when Aranyavasam, I mean, like when Sita and Rama decided to go to Aranyavasa along with Lakshmana. So Lakshmana's wife, meaning Urmila, also, I mean, they also got, I mean, it's a newly married couple.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, like, what is that, why Urmila was, just stayed back, and, why, I mean, like Rama and Sita, how they are together, and why can't Lakshmana and Urmila also come together? I mean, what is that?
Yeah. Lakshmana wanted to go with Rama, but when Sumitra said, I will also accompany you, he dissuaded Sumitra not to come. Similarly, the point of time of Urmila also, they never, the question doesn't arise that she never wanted to go with him. The impact of Lakshmana's behavior on Urmila is she wanted to stay back. She never said, I will also accompany you. Whereas Sita said in an emphatical manner that I will definitely come with you. And even she has gone to the extent saying that my father does never thought that you are such a very, very, very person who doesn't have the courage. The words which Sita used they were very emphatic. She said, my father never accepted you as a very, very discouraging person without courage.
Okay. I think now we will stop here.
Yeah, there is only one last question. I think the questions are coming. Let us take this last question on the chat box. Rama promised to Sita at the time of marriage that he will protect her, but she got into problems. How do we see this?
He never went back in protecting her. He tried all his best to protect her. And that is the reason that he waged a war with Ravana also. So he never went back on his word. Nati charami, nati charami.
Okay.
Okay, I think we can now go for the next prarthana.
Yeah, we'll request Satyaji. Sir, we will close for today and tomorrow again we will meet.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
We will request Satyaji to chant prarthana.
Amma Bhadraj garu ante Bhadraj Krishnamurti garu unna relative amma?
రిలేటివ్ అండి మా మావయ్య గారికి కజిన్ అవుతారు ఆయన.
He was a good friend of mine, or even a guru of mine.
Okay.
నేను తెలుగు స్టూడెంట్ ని. Please continue.
Okay. స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీషాః గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యः శుభమస్తు నిత్యం లోకాః సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు. కాలే వర్షతు పర్జన్యః పృథివీ సస్యశాలినీ దేశోऽयं క్షోభరహితో బ్రాహ్మణాः సంతు నిర్భయాः అపుత్రాः పుత్రిణः సంతు పుత్రిణः సంతు పౌత్రిణः అధనాः సధనాः సంతు జీవంతు శరదాం శతం. సత్యం వద ధర్మం చర స్వాధ్యాయాన్మా ప్రమదః. సర్వే భవంతు సుఖినః సర్వే సంతు నిరామయాః సర్వే భద్రాణి పశ్యంతు మా కశ్చిత్ దుఃఖభాగ్ భవేత్. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. పూర్ణమదః పూర్ణమిదం పూర్ణాత్ పూర్ణముదచ్యతే పూర్ణస్య పూర్ణమాదాయ పూర్ణమేవావశిష్యతే. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. సర్వే జనా సుఖినో భవంతు లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. స్వస్తి.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now we will request Challa Chittibabu garu.
Sir, somebody asked about the book. That book is Antaranga Tarangam. It is available with Navodaya Bookshop, Kachagoda.
Okay.
Antaranga Tarangam.
Thank you.
Sitayanam.
Okay.
Chittibabu.
Okay, thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा. जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. जय हिंद जय हिंद जय हिंद.
Thank you. ధన్యవాదములండి.
Thank you, sir.
I am closing.